This is all of our boot accessories that we've slowly developed over like the last 4 years as we've done more and more boot reviews and realized how many things are missing in the market. So be sure to check out all these below. They make great gifts, self-gifts, and it's a huge way that you can help support the channel. So check them out below. Got some prototypes in today. This is a prototype of a boot that I've wanted since before I even started this channel. Because when I rented my first shop, also the editors always use the wrong footage of the shop. Most of the footage you've seen is from the second shop. I just always forget to have them put the right shop in. The first shop I had no windows. It was like in an industrial strip on like the north end of Logan. My neighbors were the coolest neighbors of all time, Ephraim and Hiram, and they ran a crematorium right next door, and it was a little weird, you know, because they'd be like burning bodies, and and at the time I was living in that office because I couldn't afford rent and an office. So it'd be like midnight, I'd finish up work, so I'm like a night owl, and I like working late, and I'd like go out, and they'd be out like I don't know if they smoked or not, but like they'd be out smoking, and then like the chimney on their unit would also be smoking. I'm like, oh, you guys working late? I'm like, yep, a couple bodies tonight. It's like, we're more of a similar industry than you think. I'm over here working with dead animals, you're over here working with dead humans. It's like, and they were so fun, and it was a really cool time in my life, just because it was like, I fully committed to the thing. I was like, I'm moving into the shop, no windows. That's why I bought toaster, because I was so like alone in there without any windows, no like natural light. I was like, I have to have another living creature. Like I just have to. I'm gonna go insane if I don't. You know, it was like, because I lived there, I was just like standing on concrete all day, and it was just not the most comfortable. I got a pair of Lems. The girl I was dating at the time hooked me up with a pair of Lems from where she was working, and I was like, this is it. This is everything I've been wanting. So like wide toe box, it's got some squish underneath of it. It's a little boot that I can lace up if I need to, but I can keep it like unlaced and like slip it on. And that's why like I've called Lems my shop slippers for like 6 years, and probably even longer. It's probably like 8 years. And that's part of why I love Lems and why we've been so supportive of them, because they're the one barefoot company that actually makes comfortable barefoot stuff that's affordable, and like it's actually worth the value instead of like 120 bucks for a piece of rubber that's 2 millimeters thick. So that's kind of what this is about. Because, you know, if you've seen Lems, they're not heritage boots by any means. They're more like your Keen style. They're like they are your outdoor boot and shoes, but more towards the modern construction techniques rather than the true heritage, like traditional ways. So, what's in this box? Enough preamble. Did I push record? Let me just make sure I actually push record. What knife? This big old Demco they sent us for the giveaway. I sit there, I go over to Jaren's desk and I sit there and flick this thing out like for 10 minutes. I can tell it drives everyone nuts, but it's so fun. It's like a big old thick blade. The thing is huge, like look at it compared to my hand. Big bright handle scales. And that, like the thing I love about Demco is that little locking mechanism. It reminds me of like a rifle, like safety. I think it's like a Remington 700 has like a similar kind of like safety. Big old knife. I would use this as like a camp knife, you know, keep this in my camp stuff, because it's thick enough you could chop wood if you absolutely had to. It's kind of like a good big survival knife kind of deal. So, see if it's good enough to unbox a box from Lems. Almost cut through the paper. And Demco's been super cool. They just like send us free knives out of nowhere. It's super fun. So if you want one of these or any of the other Demcos we've reviewed, put them below. So, let's see what we got. This is the first time I've ever seen them. Multiple samples. Okay. That's looking good. Multiple sole lock. Okay, we got 2 pairs. Look at this. Leather lined Lems. Oh, everything I've ever wanted in a pair of Lems. Yes. These look so good. And I love this leather. It, you know, kind of has like Oro Legacy kind of vibes, has like copper rough and tough kind of coloring. It's a really, really pretty leather. So what do we have? We've got 2 versions here. We've got the rubber soled Lems in the Boulder boot. And then we have the OG foam based sole in the Boulder boots. This pair has speed hooks. This pair has all eyelets. This pair has the real like sewn up mock toe. This has like the overlapped mock toe looking stitch. Both leather lined. We talked about doing like an unlined boot, but I think for this style of construction, I think we needed to do it lined, and it just made more sense overall to do it lined. Nice, that looks like good lining leather too. Sudan brown. No, punked leather, that's what they call it. And how much are Lems? Just regularly. Okay, so the Boulder boot grip without the leather lining is $190, so this one. The regular Boulder boot is $180. Nice, okay. So obviously the leather lining is gonna add some price on top of that. Dang, these look good. So what are my initial thoughts? What would I like change? What are gonna be like my next batch of edits to send over for the next version? Off the top of my head, you know, I'll go home and put more thought into this and wear them and stuff. Because we were talking about the difference between these soles, because I really like this true mock toe stitch. I think it hides the width really well. And it's like the old school Boulder boot way of doing it. And I like this sole, but it's not that grippy. It's not like a hiking sole, and it's not the most durable sole because it doesn't have rubber. It's like blown rubber. Versus the Boulder grip boot, you've got more of the grip, you've got more like a sidewall, and you still have that foam midsole, but you don't get that mock toe stitch. I honestly don't know between the speed hooks and laced. I kind of like the fully eyelet version, the look of it better, but this is more practical for sure. And both have a padded collar. Do the Boulder boots always have a padded collar? I guess they always did. They had like a seamless collar. So maybe I'll ask them to do, rather than like a perforated collar like this, maybe I'll see if they'll do like a regular Boulder boot collar. Because I don't mind the padded collar. It makes sense for this boot, but I like the look of this one a lot more, this collar. I don't know, what would you guys want? Would you rather have like the grippier, more useful sole for hiking and everything? Or would you rather have the OG sole that's more flexible, less grip, a little more squish, less durable? I have a feeling people are gonna want this because I think I'm even leaning towards this right now. So I think preliminary thoughts. I think I would go all eyelets, maybe. I would change the collar to the regular Boulder collar. I would change this mock toe stitch to this true mock toe stitch. And then I think I would do this sole. And everything else, it's like, this is my dream Boulder boot. Yeah, I've wanted a leather lined Boulder boot for 8 years. Or like a more traditional style. So, yes, I can't wait to get a pair, or I guess I do have a pair. I can't wait to wear these. Let's try them on. Because I'm wearing another pair of mock toes that I just unboxed. Kind of similar vibes, very different price points and construction methods. These are the re-release of the Russell Safaris. I just did an unboxing. I don't know when they're coming out, but it's on their site, so for sure it's somewhat relevant. My only concern with this being lined is that it's gonna remove a lot of the flexibility and like the articulation that these boots are known for. So I'm gonna try one of these and one of these. We'll see which one I like the feel of better. It shows you how wide their toe box is, because Russell uses a similar to a Munson last. It's not, I don't think it's technically a Munson last, but it has a similar shape. You compare that to like the true width of like a true wide toe box boot. Okay, let's try this guy on first. I think they're my right size too. US 11, nice. I know the speed hooks would be really handy because I used to just tie knots on the end of my laces and then like kind of loose lace them and then like tie them if I had to. So speed hooks actually might be a nice little feature. There's no mistake in they're wide. You're not getting away with them not being wide. But I think when these are broken in, this wide, or this mock toe stitch hides that width really well. I also feel like this stitch is usually a little bit closer in. I wonder if they changed the pattern. These actually might look less bulbous. They feel the exact same. They're basically the same. There's a little more height in the grip sole. It feels like it might have a little more. It's probably just taller overall, but like feel underfoot, they feel similar squish. I do like the mock toe stitch more though. These are gonna be so good. I get to wear a pair actually. I'm gonna wear this pair probably. So let me know what you guys think and what features and stuff you think we should move over to the swap around between these two boots to make like a closer to heritage Boulder boot. It's gonna have that leather lining that's gonna be a little less breathable, but it's gonna absorb your sweat. It's gonna like be a lot more durable. It's not gonna stink as much as a fabric lining. And you get all the benefits of the Boulder boot that I love. So if you do want to pair these, it's not an official collaboration yet. It's just like still in the works. So if you want to be alerted of the next, we'll probably start sending emails too with like update videos to keep you in the loop. But if you're on the email list, you get early access to guarantee as close to getting a pair as you can anyway. We'll also send you the sizing guide so you know what size to get, all the specs, some exclusive content, all goes through that email list. So sign up to that if you want to pair these, because I'll also go to the Lems and be like, look, like 500 people signed up, we should make these. You know, so it helps me convince them to make the collaborations too. So thank you guys. Thanks for checking out all of our collaborations, because that's what's made, I don't know how far we are into the year by the time you're watching this, but that's what's making all these million subscriber mark things that we're doing possible. It's because of your guys' support of this channel, the main channel, the collaborations, the products that we make in our shop. That's what makes it all possible, to keep you guys in the loop of what you're actually buying, holding the brands accountable, and bringing some transparency to the footwear world for once, which has been really cool to do. So thank you guys. See ya.